I'm about to show y'all how to make the best stretch big build in the game. Pay attention to the background gameplay, y'all. This is not even my build. You know a build is nasty when a YouTuber is showing you somebody else's build. Like, I can't get the highlights myself. I don't currently have enough VC to make this build, but I do want my community to have the best builds possible. So I really don't mind taking the highlights, showing myself getting violated to show y'all how nasty this build is. This build gets contact dunks, high 3-point rating, 87 ball handle. This build is a horse, and it plays defense both on the perimeter and in the paint. Make sure you guys watch the video all the way through because I'll be giving you the pros and cons of this build. I'll be showing you the best badge setup and how I would change this build to make it better. Shout out to this dude for violating me on the rec and inspiring this video. Last thing I want to say, y'all, support is free and I'm on my grind, so please make sure you leave a like. And if you really want to make my day, hit that subscribe button as well. Make sure y'all stick around. Like, this is not just a channel that y'all go to for the best builds. Like, I got so many different plans with this channel and I'm just using 2K as my first platform to get there. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure that before I blow up, y'all able to say y'all been here since 100, 200, 300 subscribers. Make sure that y'all here before I blow up. I'm about to throw my Twitch on the screen as well. I don't got 100 followers yet. I know more than 100 people is gonna see this video. Hit the follow button, it's free. If you check and I haven't hit 100 followers, make sure you hit that follow button. If you do check and I have hit 100 followers on Twitch, still hit the follow button, it's free and y'all wanna be there for them streams. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the build. Before you guys spend the money on the VC, y'all know how I do. I'm gonna be giving y'all the pros and cons of this build so you can see if it's right for you. The first pro of this build is that it can do everything and it fits into every comp. Y'all know it's hard to find builds that can do everything: play defense, shoot, finish well, and dribble. It's really hard to find those builds, but this build is able to do all of that. It fits into any comp. It can play big man. It does have the physical capabilities to play big man, surprisingly, because on paper, if you showed me this build, I would have thought it was garbage. But seeing how the build actually plays, this is a very comp build. Our first con is that skill is required for this build. This is not a build that you make if you suck at 2K and you think that it's gonna make you good. It will not. Like, I can already tell you just from the stats alone that you have to know how to play in order to make this build effective. The stats itself do not tell the whole story, therefore it's not gonna carry you to the W. The second pro is that this build is pretty much unguardable. If you play the shot, it will blow by you, get to the rack. If you play the drive, it can step back green consistently. It's ridiculous. If you try to switch, now there's other mismatches to take advantage of and you still can blow by them. It's ridiculous. The second con is that if you look at stats alone, it is a short and weak build. The defense somehow makes up for that. You don't really see it in the defense. If y'all watching these highlights, it's crazy. It plays so much better than it looks, but it is a short and weak build. The last pro is that you can take this build onto the rec, the twos, and the threes. It has enough shooting to be comp on the park, and it stretches the floor on the rec. It plays great defense. This build is just all around disgusting, y'all. Alright, y'all, I already know this build is about to be super controversial. I already know the comments is going to be crazy, but just know I wouldn't be bringing y'all this build video if I didn't think this was a crazy build. Remember, this build violated me on the rec, and I feel like I got the best big man in the game. Understand, I want my community to have the best builds and be out there on the rec in the park just wilding it up. So I wouldn't be bringing y'all this video if I didn't think this was a crazy build. But before I start, make sure you smash subscribe. So the position is a power forward. I guess right-handed don't really matter. The jersey number doesn't really matter. He went 6'9", 213, and I'm pretty sure because of the shooting, pretty sure he went max wingspan. Y'all know how I feel about these small builds. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. But like I said, if y'all could have been in that game, there was nothing I could do about this dude. So I noticed, like, if you have skill, you can make this build disgusting. You can make this character disgusting. So now his driving dunk was a 93. That already lets you know how it is. He actually put his close shot up to a 54 as well. I'm not gonna do the shooting just yet because it's gonna surprise y'all so crazy. The ball handle was an 87, 74 speed with ball. He actually went up as high as a 78 pass accuracy. I'm assuming for the badges. But yeah, so he was able to get all the dribble moves, and he was real quick with the ball. His block went up to a 99, which I'm pretty sure is why he was locking me up like that. He left his interior D at a 79. I can't understand it. His defensive rebound was only a 93. Only a 93. He didn't even get Hall of Fame box out beast. His offensive rebound was a 80 actually. He put his speed up to a 71. He maxed out acceleration. His vertical was an 80. His stamina was only an 85, bro. And his strength was only a 57. Like, that's how true it is. His perimeter defense and steal were both 72. This is his defense setup, and I kid you not, he's locking up everybody on the court. I could not understand it to save my life. I couldn't understand it. Now, for his shooting, I'm going to go up to a 70 for the free throws just to show y'all. This build, you shoot a lot of free throws on this build. With that 90 driving dunk, you're going to be slashing a lot. Even though you are a primary, like a shooting build, that's the thing that you want to be doing. Because they're going to try to guard that so much, you're probably going to be driving a lot with your high ball handle speed with ball and your high driving dunk. Mid-range shot was only a 62? Bro, this man's three-point shot, y'all saw the highlights in the beginning of the video. His three-point shot was a 73. His three-point shot was a 73, and he's tearing it up, like tearing it up. Consistent, green, green. If he's open, it's green. If it's slightly contested, it's green. I'm not understanding at all. If y'all showed me this build on paper and told me that this was going to be a disgusting build, I would have laughed in your face. But yeah, this is the build. I'm going to show y'all how I would improve it in a second. But let me show y'all. For the takeovers that don't really remember what he had, I would probably, for this build, if you're going to play it the way he intends, probably limitless range, and then probably see the future. Probably go with those two. Now, this is the build, y'all. This skinny, short, stupid twig power forward build. I just want to remind y'all while we looking at these comparisons that this build hit 5 threes on me. It went 5 for 6. It has no shooters on this list. That even lets you know how much of a dominant defensive and paint force this build is. But remember, this is a stretch big build, guys. Like, it's a stretch. And the best part about this build is that it's called a glass cleaner, so they don't even really understand what you can do. They're not understanding that you about to be shooting, dribbling, and driving. You understand what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I would change this build up to make it slightly better, in my personal opinion. Okay, I would change it to a center first of all. And now the reason for me doing that is because he was playing the 5 in that game, and I realized with that, it's gonna be very hard to guard you if somebody is 7 foot 6'11" with these 60 speed, 65 speed, 40, 50 perimeter defense. They're gonna have such a hard time guarding you. So if you're at the center position, they're gonna have to switch. And what that does is that allows that center to have to guard your point guard, or now you're guarding, like a smaller person is guarding you. They don't, like, it creates so much confusion if they don't switch that, and you're still getting blow-bys on that next whoever is guarding you. I'm literally watching him fry my small forward who's a lock. It's crazy. I would keep the 6'9". I would go down to 218 as well. Max that wingspan out again, of course. For the body shape, I would probably go built just because he looks too skinny. Like, look at this, but it was ridiculous. I go built. Now, the driving dunk, we're gonna keep that at a 93. Now, I'm gonna show y'all the shooting last, because that's kind of the biggest change that I had made. The ball handle, we're still gonna max that out. Speed with ball, we're gonna get that to a 74. Now, I dropped the pass accuracy to a 70. I don't know if them extra 3 badges are so essential. I don't know. y'all can let me know, but we do end up getting more shooting badges on the improvements. So if y'all plan on ISOing so much, y'all can make the original build, but this build, you're still going to be able to ISO just as much, just a couple less badges. This is for people who are not as good as that dude. Like, I know for a fact I'm not as good as that dude. 99 block, very important because the interior defense is not all that crazy, but I did bring it up to an 84. I did bring it up to an 84 because I just wanted a little bit more, just in case, you know, them slashes is coming. The 99 block and Hall of Fame anchor is good enough to help defend against those big men, but the slashes will really give you problems when they're driving. So you want that 84 interior defense. I'm bringing the defensive rebound up by 1 to a 94 so we can get Hall of Fame box out beast. And we dropped the offensive rebound by 4 to a 76. I feel like the perimeter defense was very important so that you can guard every single position. And we dropped the steal all the way down. If you time your steals, you're going to be able to grab the steal. It's not that hard. Not steals like as in ripping people. That for me is very hard to do, but I'm talking about interceptions and things like that. But perimeter D, 70, very important. Now for the speed, I brought it down by 1 to a 70. Acceleration, I brought it down by 2 to a 75. The strength, I actually did put up to a 61, just a little bit more. It's not that big of a difference. The vertical is going to be an 80, and we get more stamina at a 90 stamina. Now, the shooting is where I made the biggest change because I had to be real. We are not as good as that dude. We are not. We would probably do much better with an 83 ball and a 70 mid-range for those extra badges as well, and a 70 free throw as well. This build is gonna be just as productive as that build, but it makes it slightly easier. You pass just slightly less quick, you don't get as much steal, and you drop your offensive rebound by 4. You understand? Your speed is basically the same, a little bit more strength. But all of those extra attributes are going into your 3-point shot because me and you are more likely not going to be able to consistently green with a 73 ball, a 73 3 ball than that dude. He's a monster. You understand what I'm saying? He's a monster. But if you feel confident, you can even drop it to a 75 if you want to. Like, if you really just feel that confident, you can throw those extra attributes somewhere else. But me personally, when I make this build, I'm going to need that 83 ball. Now, I'm going to show y'all the badge setup that I would go with. For this, I would personally go spot up precision because I know I'm not going to be that nice. I'll probably play more spot up than straight ISO ball. When I make this build, I'll probably play it as a traditional stretch 5 or stretch 4. I'm still going to see the future though, because that's real important for them defensive rebounds. You want to make sure you're not getting snagged. Even though you have an 80 vertical and a 94 defensive rebound, you are going to be snagging up on defense. But for the offensive rebounds, it'll probably help you since you don't have as high of a rating. So now moving on, I'm going to show y'all the badges I'm going to go with. And it's a combination of badges that he went with as well as things that I personally would go with. So I also like the name better on this build because two-way face-up 5. It sounds a lot cooler, honestly. Two-way face-up 5. You got Pascal Siakam, Anthony Davis. Whoever Wes Unseld was, he must have been a monster. But we're going to go ahead and show you guys the badges on this build. We're going to go up to a 99, of course, so we get all the badges. Now, look. He had Gold Giant Slayer. Very important because you're 6'9". 99% of the big men are going to be taller than you. Slithery, gold, very important. Limitless takeoff allows you to just dunk from damn near the free throw line. Very hard to guard. Now, if you plan on playing the way he played, these badges are very important. Amped on silver, Space Creator on gold, Green Machine silver, Guard Up silver, Core Deadeye, Agent 3. Okay? These badges are very important if you plan on playing ISO ball 5 out, everybody in the corner in the wing. You're at the top of the key trying to ISO the big man. The Space Creator is very important in the Agent 3 as well because you're going to be taking those step back pull up shots. Guard Up is also very important for that, and Deadeye because once they try to jump and contest, still going to be able to hit those shots. But if you're like me, you're not that confident in your ISO top of the key ball skills. You're not that confident. Take these off, get Corner Specialist on gold, core catch and shoot instead, you can get your amped on bronze and get claymore on silver. That'll be better for you because I'm probably going to be standing in the corner a lot more or at the wing a lot more, probably not being as ball dominant, still doing it sometimes, but probably not being as ball dominant because I'm not that confident yet. Once I get better, more than likely I'm going to switch to that original badge setup that I just showed y'all, but as I improve, that's when I'll start changing the badges. Playmaking badges. Break starter is essential. Hyperdrive. He was flying down the court. I kid you not. Bailout super important. Needle threader important for those quick passes. We do still get a 70 pass accuracy, which is still really high, so we're going to be able to get those quick passes. Quick first step on gold, ridiculous. I could not keep up with him. Unpluckable on gold, so that you're not getting ripped when you're driving. A lot of the time when people was helping out, they were like fouling him because they're trying to rip him while he's dribbling and they just can't. Alright y'all, I was editing the video and I realized I missed something really important. We're gonna have to sacrifice some of these playmaking badges because we did get 17 playmaking badges as opposed to the 20, and I'm now realizing clamp breaker is probably really important. So the new setup I will go is quick first step gold, hyperdrive gold. I would still get break starter silver. I will core unpluckable on gold, and I would get clamp breaker on gold as well. I would sacrifice the bailout and the needle threader. I don't really want to, but I do feel like quick first step and break starter are more important, and depending on the playstyle that you're running, hyperdrive is also very important. But if you don't care about hyperdrive as much, you could take that, get those 3 points back, and then put them into, I would say, needle threader over bailout. Even though bailout is real good, I would say needle threader because you will be able to make faster passes much better as opposed to bailout. Like if you're trying to pass out of your shots, I think you'll be doing that a lot less than just regularly passing the ball. So there you go. So now for the defense and rebound badges, I will go with obviously Hall of Fame Anchor Cord. He had a Hall of Fame chase down. Not super important, but it's a real fun badge, so I see why he went that. If I had to choose between Challenger and Clamps, I would go Challenger because you have more of a chance of guarding a stretch big than having to guard somebody who's dribbling, like unless you're switching a lot. If you play a zone, it might be important to get Clamps just in case. It really depends on how your team plays. But for Challenger, you want to be able to guard those shooters. You understand what I'm saying? So Challenger is real important, especially when you're jumping. Workhorse, I would get that on silver. Very important badge. It helps you so much on those loose ball rebounds. You really fly to them with Workhorse. You can really see the difference between having Workhorse and not having Workhorse. Pogo Stick is super underrated. I feel like YouTubers do not talk about this badge enough. This badge is super underrated. It helps me so much when it comes to contesting, blocking, and then also being able to get the rebound right after when I'm on my other big man who's obviously a lot slower and less athletic than this build. So I can only imagine the difference when I have Pogo Stick on it. Rebound Chaser Gold, you're going to want to grab those. You're going to want to have that as high as you possibly can. To grab those rebounds. I already told y'all in my last video. By the way, if y'all didn't see that video, it's at 50 something K right now. I was giving out gems about badges in that build. I secretly think that Rebound Chaser on Gold is better than Rebound Chaser on Hall of Fame, but y'all can go and watch that video if y'all want to hear more about that. But yeah, this is the build, y'all. This is how I would improve the build. Two-way face-up 5. Y'all see subscribe on the back. Make sure y'all do that. But look, this is the build. I feel like this has the potential to be damn near the most broken build in the game. Like, I feel like people who play against you are just not gonna have fun. If I'm being honest, I don't think they're gonna have fun. But yo, back with another build video. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate all the love I be getting on these videos. It makes me super happy. I'm gonna be streaming soon. I'm gonna put my Twitch up right here on the screen. By the time, I don't know, I know more than 100 people is gonna see this video. I'd like to see myself get to 100 followers on Twitch, so please help me get there. If you check and I haven't hit that 100 yet, make sure you hit the follow button. It's free. If I have, it's still free. Go ahead and hit that follow button. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Probably be streaming. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But I really appreciate y'all.